Samsung has collapsed minus 10.18% to $295,500, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Tuesday, June 9th, and this is your complete global market briefing. Investors are selectively buying in some sectors while reducing exposure in others. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 ticked up plus 0.30% to $7,405.73. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Dow Jones Futures rise as Trump says this after Iran, Israel attacks, Apple RE, SpaceX IPO are here, Investors Business Daily. NASDAQ 100 climbed plus 1.58% to $29,414. Investor sentiment is being shaped by stock market today, S&P 500, NASDAQ rally as chip stocks rebound, CryptoRank. Dow Jones is little changed, hovering near $50,786. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Bitcoin price today, BTC fights for $63,000 as Iran ceasefire hopes, CPI data, and Fed decision loom, will The Economic Times. DAX dipped minus 1.32% to $24,616. The move follows reports that Dow Jones Futures rise as Trump says this after Iran, Israel attacks, Apple RE, SpaceX IPO are here, Investors Business Daily. FTSE 100 is little changed, hovering near $10,373. Equity markets are responding to reports that NASDAQ, S&P 500 suffer worst day of year as RE stocks tumble and Fed rate hike odds rise, CNN. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Samsung plunged minus 10.18% to $295,500 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Samsung profit surges over eightfold to beat estimates as RE boom fuels memory chip crunch. ASML surged plus 6.54% to $1,749.04 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by SK Hynix places record $8 billion order for ASML UV lithography machines should pay for up to 30 UV machines over 2 years, serving HBM and advanced RAM production, Tom's Hardware. TSMC is up plus 2.77%, trading at $426.65. Equity markets are responding to reports that TSMC crosses us $2 trillion mark, undeterred by geopolitical and RE risks, Digitimes. BHP is down minus 2.48%, trading at $61.24. Equity markets are responding to reports that iron ore's strength hard to reconcile with soft Chinese demand, mining.com. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. Geopolitical risks remain elevated. The move follows reports that Dow Jones Futures rise as Trump says this after Iran, Israel attacks, Apple RE, SpaceX IPO are here, Investors Business Daily. This is keeping traders cautious and supporting flows into defensive assets. Equity markets are responding to reports that NASDAQ, S&P 500 suffer worst day of year as RE stocks tumble and Fed rate hike odds rise, CNN. Rate expectations remain the single most powerful macro driver for equities and currencies right now. On the data front, investor sentiment is being shaped by Bitcoin price today, BTC fights for $63,000 as Iran ceasefire hopes, CPI data, and Fed decision loom, will The Economic Times. Turning to commodities. Brent crude edged higher to $94.19 per barrel, up 1.18% on the session. This comes as our stock futures drop after tech sell-off, oil up, markets wrap, adding pressure to energy markets. WTI crude edged higher to $91.28 per barrel, up 0.82% on the session. This comes as our stock futures drop after tech sell-off, oil up, markets wrap, adding pressure to energy markets. Natural gas dropped sharply to $3.14, down 2.69% on the session. The move follows reports that Dow Jones Futures rise as Trump says this after Iran, Israel attacks, Apple RE, SpaceX IPO are here, Investors Business Daily. Gold ticked up to $4,353.80 per troy ounce, up 0.39% on the session. Safe haven demand is being supported by reports that gold slips as rising oil prices and inflation concerns temper safe haven demand. Yahoo Finance. Let us give you our near-term view on Samsung. The technical picture for Samsung has deteriorated. The $277,770 level will be critical to monitor. It represents a key line in the sand for bulls. A break below could trigger further stop-loss selling. Manage your risk carefully. In the currency markets, euro to US dollar is at 1.15, gaining 0% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.33, gaining 0% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 160.33, gaining 0% on the day. Currency markets are reacting to Yardeni Wei's SpaceX IPO viability as trillion-dollar listings loom. Here is what we will be watching closely in the days ahead. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. A quick like takes 1 second and helps this channel grow. We genuinely appreciate it. Subscribe for daily coverage across every major market. Tell us in the comments what you are watching most closely right now. Thanks for watching MTRS_Market Pulse. Nothing here constitutes financial advice. Please conduct your own due diligence. Good luck in the markets, and we will see you in the next video. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.